somebody wants to get into acting, do you think these acting classes and taking that route is super important, or some people just haven't? They don't even need to take that route?
No, it's like I know how to run fast, right? Or somebody knows how to run fast. You got to be trained how to run faster.
Right. So you think they are important?
Yes. No matter what gift you're given,
it can get better.
Tutelage.
And you went to art school.
Yeah, but tutelage is, you got to go to class. No matter what. I'm going to always be a student. You know what I mean? Just because you can play, just because you can move, just because you got to go to class.
So, like, pretty much most of the big actors and actresses, they took classes.
Yeah. And we did study film in school as well. I was
just wondering if there's some big actors that just made it without having to take no acting classes.
Not just, one.
Really?
Not one.
Okay.
That's
well,
wild.
interesting.
You should try an acting class. I tried one before, and I'm not an actor, and it's like very interesting.
You don't try acting class. You either do it or you don't.
I mean, you go and you try it out and see if you like it. You know.
Well, there's.
But you're still doing it though. I get it. Either way.
So there's a lot of acting classes, but when you get into the work, you get into the work with the right teacher, the right,
psychological.
Yeah, it's deep. Yeah. It's deep. It also is therapeutic. Diving in, and you got to dive deep into yourself to be able to portray other characters, right? If you don't know who you are, you might dive deep into a character and never come back. And it happened to me on Cadillac Records when
Walter.
When I did Cadillac Records,
great movie.
I was so nervous to work with Adrian Brody and my favorite actor Jeffrey Wright outside of Denzel, and Daniel Day-Lewis. I dove all the way into all the things Little Walter did, except drugs. But I was like, he drank a bottle of Jameson.
I was
drinking a bottle of Jameson a day.
You did so good in that.
Oh, you're one of those actors.
I was method because I was so nervous.
And you look like you was like, I was watching clips from that last night again. I was like, wait a second. I'm like, this is one of my favorite movies. I had to run it back a couple clips. And I was like,
but Denzel said something very wise. As much work as you do to get into a character, when you go in like that, you have to do as much work to come out.
Some people be fucked up.
So Michael B. Jordan talked about how after Killmonger he like had to go to therapy. Like when you're playing, they warned Jack Nicholson warned Heath about playing Joker. And he went into a very dark place, and so
they couldn't pull out.
You're right. So without the tutelage. You know what I'm saying? You can't just willy-nilly go into those type of roles. You know what I'm saying? You can't willy-nilly just dive in and play, Charlize Theron when she played
Bro, that's
Monster.
one of my favorite
You know what I'm
movies
saying?
too.
Like you can't just
Monster.
You can't just willy-nilly do that. You got.
I always thought I would play.
And now you get into. Now I'm turning my mind into a serial killer, like or a murderer. Like you got to psychologically. You're fucking your brain. Sorry.
No, you are.
Did you feel your character like from Cadillac Records? Did that cross over into your personal life?
Yes, that's what I was getting to. So I was not a drinker before Cadillac Records. Like I didn't drink at all. I was like. Then alcohol was just never a part of my life. And then after that, like it takes 21 days to make a habit of anything. We shot that movie for 47 days. I drank a bottle of Jameson for 47 days. And I was just coming off of Armored. And Armored, I was like swolled up. And I had 14 days the last 2 weeks of Armored production to get skinny and wiry to play him. So I did the Beyonce Lemonade, the Master Cleanse.
The Lemonade diet. Everybody was on that.
And then, so coming off the Master Cleanse, I really didn't feel like couldn't eat. I was already 14 days, no food in my system. And I just started drinking. And when I came home after those 47 days, I still was drinking. And it was like, it just became a part of my life. And I never, that spirit, because when you play a character, especially a character that is a fiction, real character, a real human that lived on Earth, not no fictional character, you embody that spirit. You evoke that spirit. It's a very deep thing.
That's in real life too. You can change your character any fucking moment.
I let a lot of things go. I remember the last day of production. I was like, it was the last scene we ever shot was me shooting the dude. We shot that in Louisiana, on Angola prison, and I shot the dude. They said cut, and I just was walking back to the car, and I was like, "I miss you, man." And that was like I thought I was saying goodbye to Lil Walter, but I still had some in me, and I brought that back home, and was dealing with that for years after that. So, you know what I mean? You know, like I said, as much work as you got to do to go in, as much work as you got to do to come out. And I think that goes for writers. I think that goes for directors. I think that goes, you know, you can get PTSD on a movie set. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just dealing with trauma, dealing with stuff, you know, it's big stuff. So when we responsibly filmmake, when we are responsible in it, we take care of our crew, we take care of the actors, we take care of ourselves, so that when the audience is delivered to the audience, the most authentic thing it can be.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. When did that movie come out? Cadillac Records.
I think 2009.
2000. Yeah, that seemed like forever ago.
It still resonates to this day.
It wasn't even that long ago. Like, I love that movie so much. That's one of my favorite movies of all
I
time.
look at that dude and I don't even see.
I love
don't
that.
know.
James.
That's Little Walter. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's not me. That's him.
Look at that real sweat.
That was a
Look,
crazy
real
young
sweat
fella
from
right
Coach
there.
James.
Young boy.
Hey, but that's in real life though too. People can tap in and out of characters in real life, and it's like they
That's
you know what I mean? It's like
schizophrenia.
shit. Yes, but you know, I'm not talking about crackheads, but that's true too. But you know, it goes.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying though. I get what you're saying. You got to take the right steps, because you could be somebody that's like super square, never did this or that, and you step on a movie scene and it's like you a whole different
Well,
person.
look. You
know?
can't act what you don't know. Otherwise, you're acting.
Well,
The
right.
key to acting is not look like you're acting.
Right.
The key to delivering a
double
line.
entendre?
Yeah, the key to delivering a line. I don't want to hear the words on the page. Like some actors, you like, I could see that written on the page.
Okay,
Like,
you're saying
I don't hear. I'm not in. Right.
Yeah.
The key to writing, you can't write what you don't know.
Yeah.
That means on screenplays.
true. That's
That
true.
means in music. That means anything. You can't write a book. You can't write
Quit
what
capping.
you don't. You can't write what you don't know, and that's why I put into everything. I put it into my film. I put that into my TV. I'm a film writer, a television writer, but I'm also a music writer, and I can't write what I don't know.
Yeah. Look at the scene.